because water vibrating really fast, you know. We're like beings of light. Light comes in, goes to our soul, reflects to our ego, the world around us. And we can like manifest ourselves and make ourselves up and all this that fast, right?
Okay. So, yeah, there were topics there, but really it could be about anything, preferably just something you really think is true, maybe something you use to act upon regularly. It could be some type of contentious issue around politics, religion, spirituality.
I'm not really that much of a religious person. Like I believe in like a higher power and everything like that. But I think like just something I was talking about like last night. Like I think what religion leaves out is like we are in heaven. You know what I mean? And we just kind of messed it up and got to fix it or something.
We are in heaven now on earth.
Yeah, I mean we have bodies. We can experience, feel things, everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Can you try to speak into that as close as you can?
Sorry.
Just for good audio. Okay, so we're on heaven on earth type of deal. Do you believe in any gods at all? Anything supernatural?
Yeah, supernatural for sure.
You do believe in something supernatural?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's
I'm kind of like an empathetic freak.
An empathetic freak?
Yeah, I've died 3 times and like came back and like one of the third time I actually was like clinically dead for like 12 minutes, so which means I should be brain dead.
You personally died 3 times?
Died, yeah. I mean, it's kind of brain dead, but
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So how does that relate to being something supernatural existing?
Just for the second like time I died, like I don't know, I just kind of came back different. Like I could feel it, like things real intensely, I guess.
You came back and you felt differently?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can just feel things more, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So let's just try to focus on a question. Does anything supernatural exist? Want to talk about that?
Anything supernatural to this?
Yeah, want to talk about that for like 5 minutes?
Sure.
Okay, so state the question and then flip this over and we'll talk for 5 minutes about that.
Supernatural facts I know about this area.
Yeah, so the question is, does anything supernatural exist? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. What do you mean by supernatural? And try to speak in as close as you can.
Like extraordinary, like kind of like out of our realm of thinking on the sort of like out of our realm of thinking for the usual, you know what I mean?
Something out of the realm of our usual thinking? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how like to explain supernatural. Like, well, people use that word like for like aliens or like, yeah, things they don't understand basically, you know?
Stuff they don't understand. Yeah. Sometimes aliens.
Mm-hmm. Aliens.
Sometimes people say like ghosts or gods, stuff like that. Anything like that you believe?
I believe there's spirits that like stay on Earth sometimes.
Spirits stay on Earth?
Sometimes.
Like a ghost or something? Or spirit? Which term do you prefer?
Same thing, I guess. I don't know.
Same thing?
I think they're just kind of like other realms, like right next to each other. We just can't see them, you know?
There are other realms. We just can't see them.
Yeah. I mean, we're 98% water. We can't see that, right?
Yeah, I guess so. So we can talk about that. Spirits exist? You would say so?
Well, yeah, I mean, I grew up in church, so, like, I used to get the Holy Ghost all the time.
The Holy Ghost?
And, like, that's inside me, like I said, like, I'm not really a religious person because I don't agree with everything the church says, but, yeah. I mean, I know it's real. You know, I felt it. There ain't no lie about that.
Okay. So I've got this little confidence scale here. If all the way to the right black is absolutely yes, you're super confident spirits exist? Or all the way to the white left is absolutely no?
I'm very confident spirits exist.
Okay, you can move that little red to whatever. Is your confidence about spirits existing? Okay. So, super confident. By this amount of confidence, does this mean you like could not be mistaken, closed-minded on the position, not asking any more questions about it?
Well, I could tell you all about it. I mean, I don't know. I'm from Hawaii, so like...
Yeah, are you open to being mistaken about it? I'm not saying you are. Are you open?
And I think our brains are just like shut off to a lot of things that are communicating to us, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like these trees communicate, like everything communicates. You know,
trees communicate.
I mean, think about how many things are in harmony so we can live on this earth, you know what I mean?
Lots of things in harmony, like trees and other living things. Everything's in harmony, therefore spirits exist? Okay. What is a spirit?
You have a spirit, right?
I'm not sure. I'm open to the question. I would wonder how we could know that.
People are inspired when they feel it in their heart. It's just a feeling, I guess.
Is that how we know spirits exist? Is through the feelings in our heart, our feelings?
Yeah, I think even like his emotions, like every single kind of emotion, you can look at it as like an entity of energy that we're creating subconsciously as human beings. You know what I mean?
Energy we're creating subconsciously.
Like we almost like one emotion, like everyone subconsciously puts so much emotion into it, it almost creates like an entity of energy.
What do you mean?
Where did it come from?
Where did what come from?
Just like the feeling of guilt, you know what I mean? Like everyone can relate to it in a certain way. Everyone sees it as a certain way.
Our personal feelings like guilt and stuff.
Just, yeah, like
You're wondering about how we got those feelings? Is that what you're saying?
I just think I think our minds are a lot more powerful than we know, you know?
Our minds are more powerful.
I think we can create a lot of stuff if we thought about things the right way, you know?
What's the best example in your mind about that? Person creating something?
I mean, Martin Luther King, dude, one idea changed the whole world, right?
Oh yeah, we can create ideas and other people can accept the ideas and then change their behavior, change the world, that type of thing? Yeah, I think I agree with that. How does that relate to a spirit existing? Is that if that's what we're talking about?
I just think about people embracing their spirit and like the spirit of things around them, you know? Spirit of life, just like in general, you know?
Yeah, what do you mean by spirit in general? I'm not
I
sure.
know, I guess some people feel it, some people don't, you know what I mean? I don't know how to really explain it.
Some people feel
Some
it.
people are just more in tune to certain things, you know? Everyone perceives things differently, feels things differently, like,
Yeah.
you know?
What would it mean for someone to not have a spirit? What would that person be like?
Everyone has a spirit, you know?
Everyone has a spirit.
Just whether they embrace it and like, you know, get to know it or just feel it or...
Yeah, so for someone not embracing their spirit, what would they be like? How?
who knows? Who am I to judge?
Okay. Is there any way to test this idea about spirits existing? Anything we could observe to confirm it's
walking
real?
around like, you know, this is just the shell really of our body. Like, my spirit exists in me. Like, when I'm not here, my spirit will leave, like, what was inside me when I was here, you know?
Mm-hmm. That you feel we're just a shell, our bodies are just a shell housing our spirit? And then when we die, it'll go somewhere else and we survive our deaths?
Oh, I think death's, like, people don't understand death because it's like, they don't understand it, you know, and think about, like, how much you want your cell phone, my house, my clothes, I wouldn't want to lose my body, my looks. Like, letting go of all that's a pretty hard thing for people to accept. So, like, death, not knowing what's, like, out there, just leaving it all behind and, like, how it feels when someone dies around them, like, the feeling of death.
Yeah, death is
scares me.
That's a tough thing to think about, accept, and stuff. So, is there anything you could learn or find out to change your confidence about this? Is there any way to...
You mean like to doubt what I feel?
Yeah, what could you experience that would cause you to doubt the existence of the spirit?
I don't think there's anything.
There's nothing.
I just know it for fact, you know?
You just know it for fact. And how do you know it?
I just see it, feel it, hear it.
You see it and feel it? Okay. I don't want to keep you unless you want to keep going. I'd love to ask more questions about it. Whatever you think, whatever you feel.
However you feel.
Okay, feel free to flip it over again. Go for another 5. This thing.
Oh, this thing?
Yeah. And feel free to leave whenever you want. But so, what I'm hearing you say is, we know spirits exist through our feelings. Can people experience or feel things that aren't actually true and real?
I don't know, whatever you feel is kind of your own truth too, you know?
Whatever you feel is your own truth?
Yeah, I mean, however you perceive something, you know, it's always going to be true to you, whether or not other people believe it or not, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like can people perceive something or feel something about something and that thing not actually be real and true?
Well, they might not understand it, you know? And, like, either embrace it or run away from it.
Like, I've got some Tic Tacs here. I think it's either even or odd number of Tic Tacs. But if someone came up to the table saying they felt like there was an odd number of Tic Tacs in here, would they be absolutely correct based on their feelings about this?
I'd say they're thinking too much.
They're thinking too much.
Like, you get nothing better to do to count Tic Tacs?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, that's still, that would be like you know.
But just talking about feelings as a way to know something, is it a guarantee to get to the truth of something? Even like something like as silly as the number of Tic Tacs.
Well, no, you got to, like, be smart and, like, you know, everything we experience and everything.
What do you mean?
just the things we experience in life too, like kind of gives us a perception of it.
Yeah, could someone perceive the existence of a spirit and be mistaken about that?
Well, I mean, I don't know, like the spirit kind of lives inside you, right?
Does it?
Like when people are inspired to create art, they're in spirit, right?
Is that what just like if someone is inspired to
Just
create
like-
some great art, that's like the spirit working in their life or something? Okay. I'm not saying this is the case, that spirits don't exist, but if you somehow came to that conclusion,
Well, look at us. I mean, disagree if you disagree with anything I say. We live in an ever-expanding universe, right?
we live in an era of an
Over an ever-expanding universe. We're constantly, right?
I'd say so.
We're made of 98% water, like I said earlier, right?
98% water? I think it's a high percentage, but I'm not sure it's 98. Maybe 70?
It's because water vibrating really fast, you know? We're like beings of light. Light comes in, goes to our soul, reflects to our ego, the world around us. And we can like manifest ourselves and make ourselves up and all this that fast, right?
Okay. That's fascinating stuff. I'm not sure about that. I'd love to know how we could know that. What, like,
Right here.
so, last question. If you somehow came convinced that we don't have spirits, say a year from now, how do you think your life would be any different? Would you change in any way? How would your life change?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know, I'd probably be pretty sad.
Would you be missing anything in your life?
Yeah, life itself, I guess.
Life itself?
Yeah.
What would be so bad about it? How would that affect your life?
I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like I said, like the word spirit, you can even like see it as a million ways. Like when we like create words, you know, essentially we're like a species of animal or whatever. We're clicking our tongue and flapping our lips, communicating sounds to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, with these words we create, we like have a perception about them, like how the world sees them, how we've lived them, and all that good stuff. So like,
Yeah, is there a difference between us just being animals and animals with a spirit? Would you prefer one way or the other? Does it matter to you?
I think everything has a spirit. That's living for sure.
Anything that's alive has a spirit?
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
trees and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. And we know this because of our feelings. Is that what I'm hearing you say? And
Well, I mean, it all creates like everything that's living has like just like the molecule of a dream state inside of it. You know what I mean? Like we're all dreaming right now.
anything that's alive as molecules is dreaming
Like,
as a dream state?
It's alive. You know what I mean? Like any. How do I explain it? Hola.
Yeah, things that are alive or is everything that is alive can dream?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. Like, do trees dream?
they know things.
What do you mean?
Tree's been sitting there a long time.
They know things?
It knows how to survive right here, at least.
Yeah, I am. So, you're saying spirits exist, just to recap, super confident about it, 100%. We know because of our feelings, yet could our feelings be mistaken? Are they a reliable way to come to a belief like this?
I don't know. Like it all kind of boils down to love and fear, you know.
What do you mean, love and fear?
Like it's almost like a basic part, like of our lives, but like it all really boils down to that. Is like whether you're only amused by the energies you entertain. You know what I mean?
You're only amused by the energies you entertain?
Yeah.
Like what do you mean? How does that relate to spirit existing?
Well, I mean, if I died 3 times and left my body, like what came back? What was that?
Oh. Yeah,
Spirit, right?
Yeah, if you found out a way to explain how that could happen without spirits existing, would that change your confidence about spirits existing? I'm not saying I have that information or that's possible. But
No, I just feel it, you know what I mean?
even if you had other explanations for how you could come back to life,
I mean, you feel the spirit of love every day too, right?
feel the spirit of love,
Yeah.
like a feeling of love.
And that's why we're here, right?
What do you mean? That's why we're here?
I said,
Yeah.
for these.
Well, I think that's a lot there. Still, so Does spirits exist? The same amount of confidence after our conversation?
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Cool. Well, I appreciate the conversation, Koa. Nice.
Have you ever felt like spirits around you, like a presence or anything more than like the usual?
Maybe like at night, there's a dark corridor or something, and I just
Have you ever
feel
been like
a
around a
presence.
family member, like right when they pass? It's crazy, bro. Like the whole family shows up for something.
Really, really.
At least in Hawaii it does. Almost feel there's like invisible sheets hanging in the room or something. I don't know.
Yeah, cool. Well, any questions for me before we wrap it up?
Nah.
Nope.
What's your name, bro?
Reed.
Reed. Nice talking, man.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry, let's sound like a dumb hippie or something, but take it easy.
No, that's fine. Thanks. I appreciate it.